faced in the early season. Taking a look at Detroit, down at 10th in the early going, looking to make a move up in the standings. And checking out Charlotte, a few slots below them.
And right now for the Pistons, they're a team searching for a way to take a leap forward this season. So far, here in the early going, that leap has not existed.
Yeah, it hasn't been all bad, though. I mean, they've had some nice wins, and even if they're not an elite-level team, they still have the look of a playoff team.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivey. Thompson and Harris are their forwards, and it's Duren in at the center position. With league-wide focus doors on size at every position, we've seen the demise of the traditional point guard.
So, Kevin, the first point you make is absolutely valid. Even 6'6", 6'5", 6'7", we're seeing point guards of that size. And not only are they exceptional passers, they like to score it. So that's first and foremost. But what I believe ultimately is, if you're 6'3" and under, and you still bring a special amount of skill, there's going to be a place for you.
Now here's Williams. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And what strikes me about Cade Cunningham is he's still growing. He's still capable of doing more on the floor. And he has the work ethic and attitude to make those improvements and become a real factor on the floor.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Pass to Miller. Here's Okogie. To the inside. 5 to shoot. Basket counts.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
It doesn't take much room. Ivey saw some daylight and just took off.
The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Jalen Duren, a physical specimen, is improving the finer points of his game, including his vision. He said, I feel like I've always been a good passer. I've developed more of that as my young career has gone on, understanding the league better and how to win. Kevin?
You know, it takes time, but nice to see his development. Cunningham passes to Harris. To Cunningham. Pass to Thompson. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists in the game. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Trailing by 2. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home team just couldn't pull out the win.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
Well, so many of their problems stem from turnovers. They simply could not take care of the ball, and it cost them in that matchup.
Shots good by Duren.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Diabate's checked in. Green comes in for Josh Okogie. Smith checked in for Miller, and Curry subbed in for Ball. And then for Detroit, Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Harris. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Jaden Ivey. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Cunningham.
Miles Bridges up in the air above the rim. That is a show. Look out below.
And it's good, 2 points.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Here's Curry after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Here's Diabate, defended by Duren. It's Curry outside. From deep three-point land. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that does it for the first quarter. It's Detroit. They lead. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Detroit.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
On the court for the Pistons, Malik Beasley out there with Thompson. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Hardaway in at the 2 guard. Smith, no luck.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Hey, DB, we don't see a lot of them, but from what you have seen and heard, what can the Charlotte Hornets do better to improve their overall game?
Well, I think one of the things you have to look at is what are they doing successfully on the offensive end and what are their weaknesses? One of the weaknesses is drawing fouls and getting opportunities at the free throw line. To me, Kev, the best teams do a good job of getting easy points, whether in transition or at the charity stripe.
Now, here's Schroeder taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now, he averages about 9 points a game.
Well, you can see Schroeder willing to take more and more threes. If you're going to stay in the league, you've got to make them.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Hornets. Williams, he's checked in for Grant Williams. And Miller's subbed in for Smith. And Detroit with a change here, too. Reed's checked in.
Yeah, you can see the impressive vertical of LaMelo. This guy gets to the cup and slams it home.
Reed, a screen on Ball. Here's Schroeder. Rebound by Williams. Hardaway against Miller. Here's Diabate. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
Harris is checked in for the Pistons. Cade Cunningham comes in for Dennis Schroeder. Now here is Harris. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Chicago. Ball against Cunningham.
2 minutes.
Left side, Ball. Rebounded by the Pistons. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Well, what did them in was all the missed free throws. It could have been a much different outcome.
I thought the frustration at the line was evident, and it makes it easy on the defense when you're not capitalizing once they put you at the free throw line.
Now Miller, following the three-point attempt by Cade Cunningham. Ball against Cunningham. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. And obviously the season's just begun, but never too soon to check out the power rankings. Let's see how these teams are stacking up. You look at Dallas. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And I think for Detroit, they're happy with this latest stretch of games. This is the time of year for optimism. At this point, anything is possible.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Thompson comes in for Malik Beasley. And Ivy subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Miller outside. For 3. Yep, it goes. And the Piston lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Bridges.
I tell you, the ability to act quickly, to get your shot up as soon as you make the catch, that's beautifully done by Bridges.
Now, here's Thompson. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Here's Miller, and it's Miller with the jam.
Going deep in his bag there. Miller with the incredible crossover.
It's Cunningham with the drive.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Bridges sets the screen for Smith. Bridges kicks to Smith. And it's the Hornets another 3.
steady from beyond the arc. Smith's improvement from there could really make him a dangerous player.
Back to Cunningham. Goes up from the top of the key. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Gets it off. The shot, no good. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pistons lead by 1. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
Welcome to the 2K Sport.
Playing well on the road can be very difficult. They're doing a good job despite the challenges.
Away from home, they aren't let. Let's look now and see how teams stack up across. That is more than enough.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Miles Bridges, he's been playing really well.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Mark Williams is out there with Bridges, and it's Okogie in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. LaMelo Ball came in like a storm into this NBA, Doris, but hasn't been able to stay healthy since.
It's so true, Kevin, and that's unfortunate because the skill is apparent every time he plays. He's a game changer with his size and his playmaking. The NBA is better off because of the flair and the style he brings when he is healthy.
He's a big combo guard, and Ivy plays with no fear in there.
Miller with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Miller, the pass to Okogie. Williams, a screen on Thompson. Miller, no up. The Pistons lead him. Here's Ivy. The offensive rebound. Harris outside. Second chance shot, and the layup is good. 8 points for Tobias Harris.
A solid 6'8". Harris can more than handle his own inside. It's really an overlooked part of his game. And here's a look at some numbers for Cade Cunningham. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. Right around 21 points per, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds. And what an impact he makes for them on that offensive end.
Right, he can do a little bit of everything for this team, and it shows when you look at the scoreboard.
And he had all of us at the table quivering. What a move by Cade.
Ball from long range. Rebound by the Pistons. Harris has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Recent times have certainly been tough in Detroit. Like 14 wins last season, a franchise record low.
And Kevin, if you look, Detroit's last 5 seasons, 23 wins is the most they've had. So their fan base hungry for a winner in the Motor City.
And the Hornets with possession here. After the basket by Detroit. Williams, a screen on Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Okogie. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
Well, it's critical that Josh Okogie connect right here. The mid-range jumper was available. Knock it down.
Here's Thompson. And Thompson slams it home.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punch it home like that.
Bridges outside. No good on the triple. Pistons leading by 6. Ivy on the wing. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Ivy's got 6 in the quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Hornets have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Williams, a screen on Cunningham. It's deflected. Thompson surveying the floor. Ivy dishes to Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Here's Okogie. Bridges outside. Hits it from three-point range. Bridges has got 10 points in the game.
Miles Bridges getting more and more audacious from the three-point line. We see you, sir.
The kick out to Cunningham. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Cunningham's got the lead, back up to 10 now for Detroit. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Bridges outside. Miller outside. Fires from deep. The rebound by Ivy. Pistons leading by 10.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
It is so tough containing Ivy, a tough assignment defensively.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Outside for Curry. Bridges for three. And so it's the Detroit Pistons. 13 points up at the end of the period. What a night they've had in terms of their... And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
We love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the floor for Detroit, we've got Beasley. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Hardaway. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Klintman in a power forward position. Smith. Rebound by the Pistons.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Looking at the Hornets, Greg, they're still in pursuit of their first trip to the NBA Finals.
And Kevin, I hope it happens soon because their fan base deserves it. They've stuck with this team through some difficult years. It's about time they get rewarded.
Here's Miller. Great defense that time from Duren.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Okogie. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Thompson. Baseline J on the way. The kick out to Cunningham. Launches a 3. The shot by Thompson, no good. Hornets trail by 14. Deep 2 from Ball. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Ball's got 5 points in the quarter. For Detroit, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And there's Schroeder. That's good. The assist by Thompson. Schroeder's got the lead up to 14 now for the Pistons. The Hornets have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And timeout is called by Charles Lee. And he wants to see some changes out there right away. And right now, Ivy's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey guys, during the break, listened in with Charles Lee and his team. Told his guys, focus up right now. Everybody needs to be on the same page out there. Let's go out there and take this game right now. Big words, guys.
Thank you, David. Pistons leading by 14. Here's Cunningham. Takes it off the glass.
Cunningham is not shy about mixing it up down low. He's got a great feel around the rim.
Ball, the pass to Bridges. Down low. Here's Okogie. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
I think they put an emphasis on attacking the basket, and watching this, you can see why. They have just carved the defense up here with relative ease.
I think the other thing they've done exceptionally well tonight is shoot the mid-range and take advantage of those opportunities. Anytime they're given a look, they have delivered.
And Cunningham with the slam.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Wasted no time on that one.
Wow, LaMelo is always a tough matchup, but tonight, almost impossible.
Pistons leading by 14. Pass to Harris from the arc. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game. Hornets have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Pistons.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Cade Cunningham.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Harris setting the pick for Cunningham. Bridges with the board. 19 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And the basket by Okogie.
That unselfishness of LaMelo has been on display since day one.
Here's Cunningham. Ball with the rebound. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time